What's up, good people? Thank you for clicking play on another episode of Big Man, Tiny Kingdom. Fun fact about me, aside from camping as much as I can, I love going to the movies. I see a new movie every week, sometimes 2 a week. However, more so than going to the traditional theaters, I really enjoy going to the drive-in movies. Unfortunately, here in Arizona, we do not have a large variety of drive-ins to visit. There is only one in my area. It's called the West Wind Glendale 9. Glendale's 30 minutes from where I live in Mesa, and it's kind of ran down. Screen quality is not that great, always looks too dark when it shouldn't, and for the audio, the FM reception kind of sucks. A lot of people don't have good drive-in movie-going etiquette. They don't park like they should. They flash their lights in the direction of your vehicle. I know all of that makes it sound like it wouldn't be the best experience and a waste of my money. But despite all the negatives that I have to endure, going to the drive-in movies is still something fun that I really enjoy doing. Takes me back to my childhood. I remember my mom always taking the family, having a wonderful time with my brothers and sister. We didn't sit still and watch the movie the whole time. They had a playground area where all the kids did their ripping and running around. Moms would cook up some fried chicken and give us snacks that she brought at the grocery store instead of buying concessions at the venue, which costs a lot more. With there being 4 of us kids on a single parent income, I totally understand looking to save money any way you can. Even today, I make a grocery store run before going to the theaters. I was just recently at the drive-in movies to see the new Indiana Jones. I've seen the bad reviews online, but in my opinion, it was very well done. After all these years, for Harrison Ford to keep that Indiana Jones character entertaining, I think that's cool. He's a talented actor, one of my favorites. Anything Harrison Ford is starring in, it's usually good. One of his movies that I have watched too many times to count is Witness. Love that movie. And I love seeing the new Indiana Jones. I give it a thumbs up. It's definitely worth seeing. I know these days more people are skipping the theaters and waiting to watch movies on the streaming platforms. I get it. But for me, I'm a big time moviegoer. It's the one activity I know for sure that I probably spend too much money on. I could be using it on something else. And it's something that I enjoy doing alone as well. Many years ago, I used to have a complex about going to the movie by myself. I felt like it had a lonely vibe to it. But after a while, I didn't mind going alone anymore. It kind of became my thing, something fun that I could treat myself to, and also therapeutic. When I'm watching movies, I'm not thinking about or dwelling on anything else. I zone out to movies, and I feel happy, excited, entertained, engaged in that moment. And I like all kinds of movies. Action, horror, sci-fi, mystery, comedy, drama, and even some of the romance chick flicks. I watch them all. Another fun fact about me, my favorite movie of all time is The Karate Kid. And yet another fun fact, the one movie that I've watched every year since probably when it came out, and I'm sure that a lot of you also do this, A Christmas Story. That's my movie. And here's the thing, I don't even celebrate holidays, but that's still my jam to this day. Since I'm talking about movies, let me share something about a movie that happened to me, and it somewhat relates to my camping adventures. So one time I was at Lake Pleasant Regional Park. If you've been following the podcast, then you may remember my episode about the terrible camping neighbors I had to endure on that visit. For those of you that want to check it out, it's season 2, episode 5. Well, on that same trip, aside from the unruly people I had to deal with, I also had this mysterious situation happen with some bees. And this is where a particular movie comes in the equation. The day before my camping trip, I had watched Candyman, not the original one, the newer version. Now, I didn't go see that one in the theaters. From the preview, it just didn't seem like it was going to be that good. And I wasn't a big fan of the original movies. The first Candyman, I did love that one, but the sequels just weren't my cup of tea. So I see the new Candyman, and just as I had thought, it was not that good. Now, how does this relate to my camping at Lake Pleasant? Well, I sleep in the bed of my pickup truck, and it has these storage drawers made by a company called Deck. The top surface of the storage drawers make the perfect platform for my mattress, which I have a 6-inch memory foam trifold. It's very comfortable. I sleep like a baby on it. So with the truck bed, what I do once I get to the campsite is I like to first get my bedroom set up. The sheets, comforter, pillow, my CPAP machine, make sure that it's all ready to go. I like to do that so that I'm not having to make the bed in the nighttime when it's dark, because if I wait until then, I probably had to use my lights, which means that I am attracting bugs and inviting them to fly around and intrude on my sleeping area. So my bed is made. At that time, I was using a truck bed tent made by a company called Right Line Gear. I get that set. Now the truck bed is sealed up, close off any gaps, open the screen windows to circulate some air. I scan the inside area. I got everything I need in there for the sleeping hours. There's no bugs inside at that time. Zip it closed, and it's ready for the night. I don't need to go back in there until bedtime. Fast forward to the morning of the day I'm leaving. I'm packing up everything, take the tent off the truck, start undressing the bed and putting things away. When I lift the mattress, I start freaking out because what I discover is a lot of dead bees. Now, those of you that know me and those of you that have been listening to my podcast over the years, you know that I'm a punk when it comes to the bugs. I can't stand bugs. I try to do everything I can to avoid having to deal with bugs. I choose dealing with a bear over dealing with bugs. I didn't know what was going on. Why are these bugs in my truck? And furthermore, why are they dead? I'm wondering, were they stinging me all night? Do I have a nest somewhere in my truck? I look inside the cab. I crawl underneath to see if any more are there. I'm scanning the campsite. Now, I did park somewhat underneath a tree to get some of the shade, but I don't see signs of bees anywhere. So what the hell is going on? I sweep the bees out of the truck bed. I double check my mattress, sheets, pillows, cover, and all my other stuff to see if there's any bees there. There's nothing. It was just really bizarre, and I'm still tripping about it because seeing the bees is one thing, and it makes sense to see bees, flies, mosquitoes, etc. when I'm out in their element. I'm mostly concerned and wanting to get to the bottom of the fact that I had all these dead bees underneath my mattress where I was sleeping and where I was for sure they were not there at the time I made my bed after I sealed up the tent. I spent a lot of time looking for gaps in the tent where critters can possibly get in because I want to reduce how much access I give them to my beautiful chocolate skin and my sweet blood. I know for sure the bugs love when I come to nature because I am a sweet treat for them. So I do everything in my power and spend way too much money on repellents and other gadgets to keep their hungry asses up off me. It wasn't until the next camping trip that I think I solved the mystery of the dead bees. Usually the day before I go camping, when I'm getting my gear ready, I spray everything down with this Sawyer's insect repellent. Only thing I don't spray is my pillowcase, even though it is said to be safe for humans and pets. I don't spray my pillow because, in my opinion, that's just too close to my eyes and to possibly breathing it into my nose or mouth. But this light bulb came on that maybe this is the stuff that killed the bees. However, the verdict is still out as to how the bees got inside the bed of my truck in the first place. Had me thinking I was the Candyman for a second. I hope y'all enjoying your summer so far. I've been camping up north, trying to escape the heat. It's been consistently 100 plus degrees these days, with no rain, no monsoon weather just yet. Should be happening soon, and I hope it does, because we need that water here in Arizona. My next camping trip will be again up north. There are a couple state parks in the Northeast area that I have yet to visit. The last ones to complete my state parks visitor stamp book. And while I'm in the area, I plan to spend a day checking out the Petrified Forest National Park. Hope you are all making big plans. Whatever you're getting into, make sure you do it real big. Peace and blessings, good people. This is Big Man, Tiny Kingdom.